doing good. Yourself?
Yes, Kenneth, it is Monday.
Yes,
Monday. Yes, you know what Monday is. Monday is time for us to come in with y'all about something exciting. We got a really great show for you all today. You know, I always got to say this, Kenneth.
Okay.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification. That's the only way you're going to know when we come in.
Right.
That's the only way. And I always like to say thank you all for the support. Thank you for the comments.
Yes.
Thank you for the subscriptions. You know what? We wouldn't even do this if it wasn't for you all.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
You do?
Yes, I agree with you on that one.
Kenny,
yes.
you know I always got to ask, how you feeling today on this Monday?
It's a good day. It's Monday, you know. I'm saying this, and I'm just saying that my Cowboys won again, year. And I always feel good when they win. Look like this is going to be a Super Bowl year and good. How about yourself?
I'm feeling really good. I'm glad you said that on the recording. So when y'all don't make, I'm going to go back and play this, y'all. I'm just saying, I'm going to go back and play it so he can see that they did not make it to the Super Bowl. So put this down. But I'm feeling great. I'm always feeling good. Even though Broncos, we didn't win.
Oh, so y'all not going to Super Bowl?
I never said we were.
Okay, so you don't ever have faith in your team.
No,
you don't never believe that your team is ever going to go.
No, I never said that.
That's what I said every year.
But we won the Super Bowl before.
Every
Recently,
year.
in the 20s, we had
every year. I believe we're going to go. So I'm just
era.
saying. Okay, I'm just
we
saying.
have won. When was the last time y'all won? Since you want to go down that road.
I mean, you remember those 3 Super Bowls? Like Jerry said, you do remember those 3 Super Bowls.
Kellen, what year was that? 1990 what?
I'm just saying, you do remember those 3 Super Bowls?
1990 what?
Come on.
Didn't Peyton win one by what, 3 or 4 years ago?
It's been a minute.
Okay, but at least I could think of one most recently. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, because that can start a World War III. You can start going down that road.
And look, that's how we go every Sunday, y'all. Yeah. We go that way every Sunday, and it's all in love. I love you.
Yeah, because you go down that road, but we're going to mess this show up.
Okay, I got an email from someone.
Okay.
It was an interesting email because it's the Christmas season.
All right.
And so they sent it. I got several, but I felt like, since it's the Christmas season, I was like, why not do this one about Christmas?
Okay, because Jesus is the reason for the season. You're right.
Yes.
That's right. I like that.
So this email was interesting.
Okay.
Let me pull it up real quick. Let me get my glasses. I can't see y'all without my glasses.
It's called AGE.
Whatever.
AGE.
So it says, got it right here. It says, Dear Davisons. That's you and I.
Okay.
Say, Dear Davison, I realize this is the Christmas season. I've just gotten married, been married over a year and a half. I have a sister. My husband has several siblings. We really go all out for each other because we're such a close-knit family. My husband's family doesn't really do that. I don't want to feel selfish, but I still want to go all out for my family. Would that be selfish of me to go all out for my family and not consider his family? Just asking.
Wow, that's good. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Yes, a couple of years into the marriage.
About a year and a half. And so they go all out for their families, just her and her sister. They really go out because it's just 3 of them. She did tell me that it was like 5 of the other, including the other people she did, and I didn't say that earlier, but she did say it was 5 of them. She said it was, the other one has 3 siblings, and it's a mom and dad. So her husband's family is 5 of them, and she said it's just her sister, and her mom.
Wow.
So she was just wondering, how do they do gift giving? During this time. I mean, interesting, Kenneth.
Sure is.
Interesting.
I was just trying to think.
What you thinking? What you thinking? I always like to kind of ask you.
I was thinking because last year or the year before that, we didn't have to worry about that because COVID was here.
Correct.
We didn't have to worry about going up in anyone's house and giving out any gifts.
Right.
But this year is just a little different. People are out and people are moving around from family to family and things, and so we have to bring that back up. That's good.
So, I always like to kind of bring it home. Let's kind of talk about us a little bit because I have 2 sisters and it was my mom. My 2 sisters, my mom. One of my sisters had 4 kids and the other one has 3.
Okay.
And I only had 1, and I'm just saying I had 1. But I do remember growing up that I really went out for my nieces and nephews. They just knew that.
I remember that. I remember that.
That their aunt, they could count on their aunt. That's why I say we're gonna bring it home a little bit. They always knew that their aunt was gonna come through for them.
I remember
on Christmas. So since you remember that, I want to elaborate a little bit. What do you mean by I remember
because
that?
I have 2 sisters and 3 brothers.
Okay.
And they just have a multitude, almost like a heavenly host, a multitude of children. My brother has 5 most, but that 5, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of them there. So we didn't get into those dynamics.
Okay.
What we did was just, give out to the younger ones and then maybe just pull names for some of them.
Okay.
We didn't get too deep.
So since you said that, I'm going to ask you, that's why I said we finna get, how did you feel about me really going all out for my family? Even though y'all didn't do it and you didn't knock me for it, but I'm just saying, how did you feel about me doing that?
At first, it was okay. It was okay at first.
Okay.
But then, as the years passed by, it seemed like it kind of got a little bit more elaborate, and things like that. And it almost was like they were getting some things, and then mine wasn't getting anything. My family was getting it because I wasn't used to getting them anything anyway.
Exactly.
But it just seemed like you were getting a lot here, and we wasn't getting a lot there. And sometimes it could pull a string.
And you know what? I did see a few times where it was a little tension.
Yeah, it could.
Because I would go out and buy, and then I think you even mentioned a few times, like, okay, so what we gonna get? And I'm always looking like, what you mean? What we gonna buy?
What we get them before? What we get them before that? What we get them before that?
We don't ever purchase them anything. So I'm serious. I was like, so what's the big deal?
Yeah. So why all of a sudden we got to get them something now?
We got to buy them something now.
Yeah. It could put a big strain on.
It could be a strain.
So really
how do you think you deal with stuff like? How did you and I deal with it? You said it was you remember all that?
Yeah. It was touchy. And our relationship was just building, our marriage was just building, and it didn't add fuel to the fire, but it did kind of just, push the relationship almost strenuous a little bit because it was tough to talk about it. It was tough to do something about it. So we just went back and forth and trying to see, hey, who can we take out and who can we not get gifts to? And then next thing you know, now people are suffering because of us, And
I'm going to tell you what I think helped. What I think helped over the years, and I was kind of like, oh, thank you, Lord, I'm serious. I was. The kids got older.
Okay.
So once the nieces and nephews got older,
yeah,
the gifts wasn't as plentiful.
And wasn't as elaborate either,
Then once our son came, that helped out a whole lot.
Yeah, because he got more of the gifts and they got less of the gifts.
Exactly. So he got more. But with them, they're not dealing with kids. They're only dealing with family. Mm-hmm. And I can see how that could be a strain because I'm so used to buying. And I remember we tell couples this even when we talk to them, especially during this time of year. And not just this time of year. And I'm kind of throwing enough just like birthdays, stuff like that for other family members. I think it's we just gotta, like we always say, we gotta talk about it. Because to me, if I'm used to buying my mom really expensive gift for her birthday, and I'm saying there's so many of y'all may chip in and just buy her one gift, you still may look at me like, dog, you spending all this money on this one gift, and then we having to chip in, but and I'm saying, outside looking in, I'm almost saying like, that's not my problem. That's not my problem.
That's y'all's problem. That's not
problem.
Right. That has to do with me.
Right. It's funny, but it's not fun because to me, the way I look at it is, it's really not my problem that you all decide to put your money together and buy one big gift.
Right.
And I decided to buy my mom a really expensive gift, or I decided to give her a certain amount of money, and I can see where it caused division.
It could cause friction.
Oh my goodness.
It could cause friction and a world war.
Just me talking about this. I'm like,
it could build up, man.
This.
And it's not about that. It should be about everybody just enjoying the season. Everybody's just trying to help each other out because it's people out there less fortunate than us. We weren't thinking about that at the time. We were just thinking about me, myself, and I, and our friends and our family. But it can get strenuous. So I can see what the young lady's talking about here.
Yes.
How it can be strenuous because if you start talking about sisters and then you start talking about family,
yes,
you know, and like we did, what we do now, we just pull names. Everybody draws name and bring a gift, a certain amount, put a certain amount on it, and we just bring gifts. But I can see how I could go back and forth, because, you know, I've always been giving to my family. I've always been giving to my family. So why now, since you on the scene, or since I'm on the scene, why I have to be cheap to my family?
Or even with my nieces and nephews, say now that he on the scene,
she can't. Since Uncle got here, we don't get as much gifts as we used to.
You know, I can see all of that y'all transpiring in that, because it could be like, to me, World War IV or V. It could be really terrible just thinking about it, that because of gift giving and the amount of gifts and all of that. And I do believe, that's why I say it could be World War IV, but I believe too, it depends on the relationships. I'm going to, you know, it does. Okay.
Or if I like this sister, or if I like this brother.
No.
Or I like this sister better than I like the brother.
No, if my relationship with my side of the family is closer than yours, that to me plays an important part.
That could be. I can see that. I can see that playing a big part.
If I'm really close, and even if I'm not really close to my mom, may not be close to my sisters, but I build a really good relationship with the nieces and nephews, I may want to do more for them. Or if my sisters or your brothers or whatever not able to give them the things, and so that one time of year they know I can at least get that one good gift that I wanted.
Yeah, I can see, when you said that, I can just see jealousy setting in too.
Ooh.
Are you doing more for your family? So guess what? I'm going to do more for my family too. I'm not going to let you do me. You ain't going to do more for your family than I'm doing for my family. And I can see us having a challenge against each other. Then, you know, I'm going to spend more money on my family, and you go out and spend more money on your family. And then guess who's suffering? Now our family is suffering because you and I are challenging each other. You know, we're trying to outdo each other, or we're trying to, you know, see who can get the best gifts for our family. It could go all kind of directions there, boy, but I can see it taking off.
But you know what? Interesting that this person that emailed me, I have to be careful because they always put their name.
Right. You don't want to say their name.
I don't know. And
protect the innocent.
Yes. But it's interesting to me how they sent this, but to me, they didn't tell me about what they're going to do for the spouse.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of gift?
Oh, no. You said that about him?
Okay,
I was worried about him. I was worried about my family.
But that's what was okay. So you're not my family.
See,
that's what I'm asking. That would be the question. You know, it was interesting. You talked about your sister and your mom and your niece and nephew or whatever you had, versus you didn't mention your husband. So do y'all exchange gifts?
Ooh.
Do y'all exchange gifts as a couple?
Wow, that's a good.
Do you and LAVIDA exchange gifts as a couple?
Ooh.
That's a good. You want me to answer that? And I'm gonna be honest, we haven't exchanged gifts. To me, it's been a minute. Only because, and I think this is the reason why, and that's why I say.
I was about to say, you need to clarify that.
I was about to. I think the only reason why, and it's not, and I think because we understand, I'm just saying, in the true meaning of Christmas, we look at it in a different light. We look at it on more of a spiritual side. We realize, like Kenneth said earlier, Jesus is the reason for the season. And we think, throughout the year, we try to give each other gifts throughout the year.
I was just about to say that too. I was waiting on you to say that, because if you had not said that, I was going to say, we give each other gifts all the time. You know, for special occasions, maybe anniversaries. Yes. You know, it's a good date night, or both of us feeling good about each other, things like that. Yes. Or if you see something you might like, I like that shirt, I'm going to get it for him. Exactly. Or I like that for her, I'm going to get that for her. Right. You know, so, you know.
You go get me a shirt?
That's what you do for me. No, I don't pick your clothes.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Because you said,
I tried that before. I tried.
I'm about to say, you picked my stuff out?
I tried to pick you some stuff out.
Okay.
But, you know, you bougie, and I'm not. So that's what happened there. We're not going to go down that road either, because that's what happened there. Okay. My outfit was bougie enough for you, so that's what happened.
You are so
hilarious. Seriously. I thought I picked you out a nice elaborate outfit. I thought I picked you out a nice elaborate outfit and everything, and I brought it to you, you know, and handpicked it and everything. And you looked at it like, nah, I don't think you need to buy me no clothes. I said, okay, I'm good with that.
I just said it's nice.
And you said, I don't think you need to buy me no clothes.
I did. I said,
okay, from now on, I'll just give you the money.
Okay.
And let you buy your own clothes.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times we so caught up in the gift giving, because even now our son is 24. Yeah, I hate to say it, I hadn't even put up a tree Each
year,
Christmas lights. We haven't did any of that.
We used to do it when he was younger.
But
now that he's old and gone, we're saying, okay, what we need lights for? What we need a Christmas tree for?
Right.
But I think we need to start that. Every year we say that.
I know, but so now I'm going to have it on tape. So next year, y'all, I'm going to have up a tree and I'm going to show y'all.
Lights. And Christmas lights.
And I'm
hope and pray the Lord stay. If the Lord be not come, that's what I was saying. If Jesus Christ be not come.
Yeah, we're going to go all out next year. Yeah. But I think to help this young lady, I believe that there needs to be a conversation. To me, everything starts with a conversation. I'm just saying.
Hey, once the conversation starts, it's going to be a war.
So you think so?
Yes.
So you think
first couple of years, it was a war for us.
Right, but I'm saying if I come to you and just say, okay, Kenneth,
okay.
I want to, I still want to go all out for my family, but evidently it wasn't a problem the first year because they were able to do it.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. As the years progress, hey, look, you don't need to be doing for them people anymore. You don't need to be doing for them
people.
Yeah, the nieces and nephew people. You don't need to be doing that for anymore. I think we need to be taking care of the home front first, and then we worry about that later.
So we just like cold turkey. You just stop and say, we're not giving no gifts. We just doing it.
Sound like a good idea, but I don't think that you can do it that fast.
I don't either.
I think you can progressively, do it faster, but do it at a, thoughtful process.
You said something that was that's why I look crazy, y'all. That's on my face. Can't say do it faster, but do it at a thoughtful process. Explain that to me.
Okay. Now, look, this is going to be the last year we're going to be buying all these gifts.
Okay, stop right there. Is this a conversation we having?
Between you and I, not to the people. We're
That's
not going to tell our nieces and nephews.
That's what I'm saying. I said originally, I think a conversation needs to be
had. I was about to say, I'm not going to tell the nieces that. I don't want to shatter their little dreams and their little heartaches right now.
But that's all I'm saying is a conversation needs to be had.
Absolutely.
So we have to have that conversation.
Absolutely.
So once we put it out there, what if I don't agree with it? Let's role play. How would you present it to me?
Okay, I'm gonna say, look. Times are hard now. Look like the economy is getting, tough. Economy's don't look like it's gonna get out any better. So, in order for us to be able to get ourselves in a position to help someone, I think we need to slow down on gift giving.
You know what? You're right. Economy is looking bad, but our finances not looking bad. I mean, we got a nice little nest egg. We looking good. So I'm trying to understand where you coming from where we are able to help. That's why.
Have you ever heard of a rainy day?
We have a rainy day fund.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. What we have to do is look out for a rainy day, because if you look at it, man, this economy thing is spinning out of control. And if we're going to catch up with it, our job is to, first of all, save, give, save, spend.
That's what we already did.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So we need to work on that, because if we keep on giving to the nieces, nephews, your family, and less to my family, I'm throwing it in there. Less to my family, things are gonna get out of control.
Right, and I appreciate you saying that. But however, I always plan for my family. So now, I plan for my family each year. I know their birthday. I know when their birthday is. I set aside enough for their birthday. I set aside enough for their Christmas. I set aside enough for when school comes. I set aside for those things. Now, just because you haven't been doing those things, don't put me in your bubble and say this is what we're going to start doing.
Okay. This is just a thought process here. First of all, the good book says you need to strengthen yourself first before you can strengthen others. Okay.
Okay. Let's look at our account. See our account right here. See how it's strengthened.
Okay. I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk, because it looks like you're kind of going ahead.
It's strengthened.
Okay. But I'm saying it's not going to keep on being strengthened. We keep giving these gifts out as much as we are doing. Elaborately giving them out. We're giving them out, when the nieces and nephews are expecting these gifts.
Why is it about the gift? What is it really about? Because to me, it don't sound like it's about the gifts.
What's really about the amount of the gifts. See, you want to go back down that road again. Seems like you're giving your people better and more expensive gifts than I'm giving my people. My people getting the Target, the Walmart gifts.
Okay.
When your people are getting the Lima Marcus, the Uptown gifts and things like that, while we're, look like we're getting the leftovers.
Okay, so just because your family like to shop at Walmart and Target,
wait a minute, you
my
almost like you're
family
almost
like
like
to
wait.
No, you brought
It
that
almost
up.
like you kind of playing the dozens now. Okay, now it's kind of sound like you're playing the dozens.
Just because your
family shop at Target and Walmart.
They do. Just because my family like to shop at high-end stores, that's not my problem.
But you see how this thing can spin out of control.
Exactly. Just us doing
this,
I can see how it can be.
It can spin out of control.
Oh my goodness,
so,
Kenneth.
I mean, man, you got to grab hold to that. Like I said, just grab the animal by the collar and shake him. Say, look, man, we got to do something about this because this thing can't spiral out of control.
Because you know what? They said a house divided will not stand.
And we have to get it together.
We just divided that house.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, just good.
I was thinking back. I think it kind of sounded like that a few years, into our marriage. I think it kind of sounded like that.
We were that way.
Yeah.
I do remember. That's why I said when I talked about it, when this person sent it in, I was like, this almost kind of sound like me because I do remember. Or when Ken and I first early on in our marriage, I used to still buy for my nieces and nephews.
And another thing, I'm thinking back now as we're talking, you had stopped working.
Okay.
Yeah, and you were still trying to expect to give the expensive gifts. I think that's what my problem was. I'm cheap. I am not frugal. I'm cheap.
He's very cheap.
And I like to save money anyway. And I think that's what kind of threw it out of control. You had stopped working and still trying to buy the elaborate gifts.
But Kenneth had asked me to stop working.
Right, and you agreed don't stop working too.
Right,
so
but I'm
it's
just
not like I just stopped you all of a sudden. You agreed, you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you make it seem like I just went in and said, you know what, I'm just gonna stop working.
You did. You went in and told the boss, I'm through, I'm gone.
Because
I quit.
This for another time. But you told me to go in there and resign effectively.
But I'm just saying that's what I'm thinking. I think that's what our problems were. Mm-hmm. The income has slowed down, but you still want to give the elaborate gifts to the families and family members.
And I did, and because it was to me, it was only like twice a year, maybe 3 times, because I know it was only during Christmas, their birthdays, and probably school time. So I'm giving it 3 times a year. 3 times a year, I did that, and a lot of times I think we do stuff, and I had to think about that because even I was talking to my mom the other day, and she just said she gave us everything that she didn't have. So I think, to me, that's why I say, thinking back, I tried to do that for them, give them stuff that, and I know my mom gave us a lot, but I tried to give them stuff that I thought, like a lot of people say, you live through your kids. I wanted to give them the things that I thought that they needed.
So
not what they wanted.
Okay.
Not what they wanted, not what they needed, but what they wanted. So
in order to help this couple right here, what can we do?
Okay, that's why I'm saying the first thing I think we need to have a conversation. Okay. We got to have a conversation. We have to sit down, and I don't believe it's going to be resolved this Christmas. I don't believe
it's too close.
It is too close.
We're going to set it up for next Christmas.
Yeah, that's giving us a year out.
Okay.
So we start having a discussion after this Christmas. You just let them know. So let's have a discussion. What does it look like? Moving forward, we always tell couples that moving forward, what does holidays, birthdays look like for us?
Okay. And what we're going to put in place is boundaries. Say, look, I know we're not going to be able to just stop cold turkey on giving them, but we're going to have to slow down on giving them. Maybe draw in some of that. Say, look, we're not going to give as many as we normally give.
Or put a cap on it. Each person gets a certain amount. Then that way you won't feel like I'm overspending. I'm just going out, just say, okay, 100 total for all. That's total gifts. I'm saying not 100 per person.
Right.
Just whatever that's the amount you can spend. I'm just throwing out 100, but you all decide that.
Right.
What is the cap on how much we can spend on family members? Because I don't ever want you all to feel like that. Kim and I always want to feel like you're still getting what you want and I'm still getting what I want. Not that you're snatching the rug from under someone. Because just like Kenneth, like we're talking about it now, the husband may feel a certain way like you're spending too much, but we don't want you to ever feel like you cannot do that. So how do we when we put those boundaries in place, we have those conversations. To me, that's helping us for both of us to get what we want.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, so that's what we can give to them today.
Give to them. Make sure you all have that discussion, put boundaries in place, And finally, I'm just saying, make it for. We know it won't happen this Christmas.
Yeah,
Not this Christmas.
right.
So it does have to happen next Christmas.
Because whatever we can do to put into place to slow down on the arguing and fussing and complaining, that we can have a decent conversation, intelligent conversation, talk to one another, and try to come to some kind of agreement.
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's the revive. Because what happens is revive once it's dead, once it's divided, it's dead to me. Because if we're divided, we're not talking, we're not speaking. And just what Kenneth and I did with just that little role play, you saw how I could divide, and I'm talking about divide really quickly. So we want to, at the end of the day, we want to revive, we want to restore, we want to reunite.
Absolutely.
We always revive plus restore plus reunite equals healthy marriage. And that's the end of the day, that's what we want y'all to have, a healthy marriage.
Yes.
So we thank you all for tuning in, and we look forward to y'all. We probably won't, well, I'm not going to say we probably, you all won't see us after Christmas.
Yeah,
so we're going to take a week off. So we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back after that, okay?
Okay.
Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Y'all, we'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Bye.